So you've got your bow, and when you're developing your anchor point and everything like that, a lot of times I see a common mistake people make is they have their release too long. How many times you ever seen a guy where he's anchored in and his finger is straight out trying to reach the trigger, and he's just barely touching on the tip, and he's actually pushing down on the trigger rather than pulling the trigger? If you were shooting a pistol or a rifle, you wouldn't have your finger stretched out. You'd have a full wrap, and your finger would be on a 90-degree crook around that trigger. Well, that's what we want to try to achieve with a bow. I'm not going to draw it back, but you just hook the trigger on there, and your hand is going to be almost closed in a ball, so that when you pull the bow back and you put some tension on there, your finger is on a 90-degree crook, and that you can just apply some pressure and then actually squeeze the rest of the shot off with back tension. So many times people are reaching for the trigger and they can't even reach the trigger. They're reaching all the way out like this, and they can't pull the trigger. They're actually slapping down on it. So it's real important. A lot of these releases, this one right here, the True Ball Beast, has adjustments in here between the strap. You want it to get set down on the bell of your hand, not up on your wrist where it slides, so that it's consistent. And then you have adjustments here so you can adjust it an 1/8 of an inch at a time, so that you can get that custom feel so that it's not too long. So many people set it to where it's comfortable with no tension on there, and then when they go to draw, it's way too long. So you want it to feel at rest, a little bit on the cramp side, like you can barely get your hand on there, so that way when you do put some tension on there, like I said, you draw it back and you got your finger on a 90-degree crook. So it's real important. Make sure you get a good adjustable release, and make sure you get one that you can adjust it, and make sure you do adjust it to where it's custom fit so that your anchor point is precise and you got a good 90-degree pull on that trigger.